Crime Watch Daily is out on a manhunt
$25,000 reward.
with the feds in the wilds of Kentucky,
He does look familiar.
trying to track down a dangerous and elusive fugitive named William Greer, who has managed to stay one step ahead of the feds ever since he allegedly murdered his 26-year-old live-in girlfriend, Tammy Esquivel, with a shotgun nearly a decade ago. And astoundingly, U.S. Marshals suddenly get the most promising lead they've had in all that time.
This is the biggest clue in the William Greer case. They're calling the whole task force, and it might be him.
Ironically, cops had William Greer securely in their clutches just days after he allegedly shot Tammy dead at their home in Cleveland, Texas, in December of 2006. And Greer even allegedly confessed to the killing.
Can you tell me your full name? William Joseph Greer.
He looks at me and he says, "The gun just went off and hit her in the chest. It was the most terrible thing I'd ever seen."
But Montgomery County Sheriff's Deputy Jonathan Dewey didn't believe him.
And he slipped through our hands.
And how that could possibly happen is very understandable, considering the circumstances under which Deputy Dewey first encountered Greer.
It's very bizarre.
The deputy was on patrol when he discovered an SUV abandoned in the flood ditch by the side of the highway.
Windshield wipers were going, headlights were on, engine was running, driver's door open, nobody around it.
The deputy shined his flashlight on a near naked man walking towards him.
No pants, no underwear, no socks, a short sleeve button-up shirt is the only thing he has on.
It was William Greer, the owner of the abandoned truck. Dewey telling Crime Watch Daily, Greer was ranting that he just shot his girlfriend dead.
At that point, I was scared. I didn't know what this guy was talking about, so I went ahead and handcuffed him.
The dash cam video shows Deputy Dewey questioning Greer in front of his patrol car.
I'm asking him to repeat what he told me out in the field and exactly what happened.
But the deputy says Greer wasn't making much sense.
He acts like he's under the influence of some kind of substance. I don't know whether it was alcohol or narcotics. You know, he's slurring his speech. So I just gathered all the information I could.
Greer was booked and locked up on a charge of public intoxication, while detectives tried to determine if he really did murder someone.
We covered every base we could that night.
But Deputy Dewey says there was no blood on Greer or his truck. There were no reports that Greer's girlfriend Tammy had been shot, and detectives found nothing unusual at their house or where Greer was found wandering nearly naked.
They checked the whole area where we found him that night. They didn't find any sign of Tammy.
Cops had no choice but to release Greer the next day.
A lot of people would say that our hands are tied at that point.
It would be more than a week later before cops learned to their horror from Greer's ex-wife that their two young sons told her their father may have been telling them the truth. That he really had killed girlfriend Tammy with a shotgun, according to authorities, and that shockingly, they had heard it happen from another room in the house while staying with their father.
They were so scared to go back to that house where they knew that Tammy had been killed. They finally told their mom something bad has happened to Tammy.
Police say the children also told them their father was yelling and cursing at Tammy before they heard a gunshot.
You have to wonder how scared they must have been when they heard the gunshot.
There was no sign of Tammy, the divorced mother of 3 young children of her own.
Oh my gosh, you're so grown now.
Daughter Nikki and older brother Anthony were just little kids when I first met them as an investigative reporter searching for Greer more than 10 years ago.
How has it been for you for 10 years of your life without your mom?
Actually, it gets harder every year to me because I think about when I get older, like when I graduate, she won't be there, or when I get married or have children, you know, she won't get to be there and she'll never get to meet them. It's really hard.
I don't even know what to say right now. Hold on, a little teary-eyed.
Cops now have no doubt Tammy had been shot dead when they found bullet fragments lodged in a wall, along with other signs of foul play.
We were able to find some blood on the wall that would be consistent with someone aspirating or breathing out blood from their body.
Tammy's body has never been found, and investigators believe Greer disposed of it sometime over the 3 days between when he allegedly shot her and when he was found wandering nearly naked in that field by Deputy Dewey.
There's been a lot of theories that he took her body to the New Orleans area where he hid out initially after the crime, and there's plenty of bayous and swamps in that area too where she could have been dumped.
And 10 years later, authorities still haven't found Greer either, despite numerous reported sightings in several states.
When we know that he's been seen in different parts of the country and not to be able to put hands on him has been incredibly frustrating.
But Greer, who was 40 and owned a vending machine business at the time of Tammy's murder, has one odd little distinguishing characteristic.
He's missing a toe, and that's not something that you can easily replace. You might be able to change your fingerprints, you might be able to change your hair color, you might even be able to change the beard on your face, but you can't replace a toe very easily.
And next, that's exactly what gives the feds a huge new lead in the case, while I'm out with them on a fresh manhunt for Greer.
It's the same toe y'all showed me was missing right next to the big toe.
It's missing?
Yeah.
That guy has a missing toe. The name of this operation is Catch a Toe.
You about to catch the toe.